Tonight we have in the studio Walter Crockett. Walter, we're very happy to have you and your percussionist Matt here with us.
We're very happy to be had.
All right. I have a bunch of questions for you. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to answer them all.
I couldn't possibly answer them all, no.
The first thing is, how did it all begin for music with you? I know you came from the Midwest, and what happened?
How it all began is I kind of got into Elvis really early, like around 1956. I got a little radio you put together, and I got the Kansas City station, and my grandmother from Tupelo, Mississippi, which is where Elvis came from, even though she was not of that, trailer trash kind of people who liked rock and roll back in those days. She loved him because he came from Tupelo and he seemed like a nice young man, so she'd send me Elvis Presley magazines. I was really heavy into them. Then I moved to Worcester, and we had, WORC, the radio station. They played everything, so I got into Buddy Holly, everything, right down the lines.
And you played guitar through all that, or
no?
Is that when you started
I picked up the guitar when I was about 12, which was a long time ago, and whenever that was, in the late 50s. But it wasn't until the folk kind of boom in the mid 60s with the Queskin Jug Band, everyone in Cambridge, Club 47. I started learning how to finger pick, and then I got into other rock and roll. It was just a huge bunch of wonderful music if you like rock and roll. My parents didn't care for it much, but we loved it, and didn't start playing professionally till I was in college, kind of. I went to Clark eventually.
Is that what brought you to Worcester?
My father taught at Clark, which is what brought us here, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I went out to San Francisco for a while when I, flunked out of school. And then I came back here and started a band at Clark. And after Clark, we started another country rock band, which the Prairie Oysters. So that was my first real.
And were you always writing music? Because I know a lot of these songs on your albums are written by you.
I started writing, as soon as I could play it all, but I didn't really start writing seriously till the Prairie Oysters, which would be a long time ago, 72, 71.
Now you're called the Wannabe Wabbits.
Yeah, well, actually, it's Walter Crockett and the Wannabe Wabbit, so I'm not technically
You're not a
wabbit. No.
Now, where did that name come from? I have to ask.
Well, you might very well ask, and I might very well refuse to answer.
That's what I was thinking.
But it's a good name, though, because people don't hate it. I think that's that's how you decide what's good or bad. And we have the exact same cast as Oxymorons, except for Val, who unfortunately passed away 3 years ago. So we stopped playing when she got sick, and so it's been like 5.5 years, but we put the band, finally got going, largely thanks to I got remarried. My wife Nancy, who was very supportive of. It's very tough to crawl back into music when you've been out of it for a while, because it's not an easy thing to do.
Are you writing again? Are you writing more songs?
Yeah, I'm writing a whole bunch of songs. You could even say a slew of them.
A slew?
And I've written a lot of them.